Alright, what's up? We're back. It's 12 o'clock at night right now. A little late. I had some shit I had to do, but I didn't want to be a bitch. Hopped on the charts. I'm going to show you what was up for today. Today was not a good day. As you can see, our win rate percentage is really shitty. We lost $580 on the day. We're down $981 in total on this account. We've yet to reach profit on this. We've just been unfortunate and had two losing streaks back to back. Good thing our account's not blown though, because we're following our risk management plan. We're not over leveraging our account and fucking our ability to hopefully pass it. That being said, let's hop on the charts here and show you what I did and what my entry was. Okay. I'm going to start all the way from the beginning, just so it's easier. Okay, so I'm going to read off of my notes here. Some things that I wrote down as this was going on. So on the daily, we see that we completely wick through this gap. The previous day, we went over all the confluences with that and what ended up happening. Let's go on a 4 hour here. On our 4 hour, okay. So on our 4 hour, we tapped into a 4 hour fair value gap, started making bearish legs down. So let's take a look at that on NQ. Okay, so this was the 4 hour, I'm assuming. Or no, it was one of these. I think I wrote it down here. Oh, it was this. Okay. It was off of this right here. So we had a 4 hour fair value gap form. And we tapped into it. Oh, we tapped into it here. Here it is. Here we go. Okay. So this was the 4 hour fair value gap right here. This fair value gap right here, and I marked it out. But on this, we got a 30-minute fair value gap being respected. So it was kind of weird because we had this 30-minute respected, start rallying higher, then this 4 hour fair value gap gets tapped into and then starts going lower, right? So now you got to gauge higher time frames hold higher power. So what's going to be the end goal? Is it going to be this 4 hour going down lower, or is it going to be this 30 minutes going higher? You would think it'd be lower, right? But we were just continuing to respect bullish order flow. So let's break it down even further. So this right here, this fair value gap, this is a 15-minute, right? So this is a 15-minute. So we have this 30-minute down here, this 4 hour right here, and this 15 right here. We start making legs higher out of this 30-minute, tap into this 4 hour, go lower, tap into this 15, and then that's when we break out, right? So once I saw us inverse this 4 hour, I was like, okay, this can go away, right? That doesn't matter anymore. And we start pushing higher. So I'm thinking, okay, so we just inversed a 4 hour fair value gap. We respected a 30-minute fair value gap and a 15-minute fair value gap. Let's scale that even further and try and find our entries. I wrote down here that I'm looking for liquidity sweep and a reversal trade. We have the liquidity sweep from the previous session highs, but no reversal yet. I was waiting for news at this time because this is 9:45, right? So we had PMI at 10, and it was bullish. So that good thing I waited, because I originally wanted shorts because we had a liquidity sweep on Asian session highs and London session highs, and I was waiting for a retrace lower and hopefully targeting these Asian session lows, but that's not what the market had planned for us. We instead wanted to go higher, and we were respecting bullish order flow this entire time. News is bullish too, which also helps. So let's go down to the 5 minute and really break down what was happening here. No. And some of you say, oh, why do you have your screens side by side? Look, dude, I just want to see what my SMTs form so I can point it out easier. That's all. Okay, now let's kind of break down really what I was seeing. So after I saw that inverse, right, and I saw us inverse that 4 hour right here, this 4 hour fair value gap, I really, or no, was it this one? Which one was it? After we saw, either way, after we saw that 4 hour inverse, I really, up here, yeah. After I saw that 4 hour inverse, I really wanted to see a solid retrace back into a 5 minute confluence and then get a 1 minute confirmation out of it, because as you guys know, that's part of my strategy. Higher time frame confluence, 5 minute respect to that, then a 5 minute retrace, and then a 1 minute respect. So I just want to see my higher time frames align with my lower time frames. And I wasn't really getting that, and I kind of forced it. You'll see, I'll break it down for you a little bit better. But we get this 5 minute fair value gap, we tap into it and then make a bullish leg out, right? But then after we just make another bearish leg into it. So it was kind of messy. I already was kind of doubting it a little bit. I was like, I'm going to let this play out a little bit. I want to see, because maybe we'll come down into here. That's ideally where I wanted it to go. I wanted it to go to this 5 minute equilibrium right down here. Because at 5 minute equilibrium, in that discount, there was also a 5 minute fair value gap sitting right here, butt ass naked, ready to be filled. Pause. But yeah, so I was wanting it to get down here, and it got all the way to right here, and I was like, shit, I don't think it's gonna go even further. So then I it's kind of stupid. I'll go down on the 1 minute so it shows a little bit better. Here we are. Yeah, so like I said, I wanted to get in this 5 minute equilibrium area and this 5 minute fair value gap, fill it, and then we would go higher and target these hourly highs up here, which it ended up smashing. But it just had other plans. So I know some traders who took this exact trade, or at least had it marked out. I didn't have it marked out, but I could see why people would want to take it. So this is the trade I took, right? I'm going to just show the one that most people took for today. So they saw this inverse fair value gap right here. They deemed that this was the 5 minute retrace. That's just all they needed. They entered right about here. They put their stops right below this, and they targeted all the way up there, right? And that hit. I didn't really like that because, as you can see, we wick out of this. So I don't know, I'm just kind of a little bit on the fence with that. I don't know if that was technically respecting it or not. So I didn't trade initially off of that, which you could. I just didn't. I wanted to wait a little bit longer, which I did. So after we come out of here, right, after this 5 minute fair value gap, we start going higher. We form this 1 minute fair value gap. What do? We get a bearish leg in. We tap. What happens after? We get a bullish closure out of that. And that was perfect. That was all we needed, that bullish closure out of that. And we start going higher, but then we ended up just accumulating for the rest of the session being, this is around 11 o'clock. We end up going lower, get stopped out, right? That was NQ. Now let's go over to ES. Same exact shit. Same thing happened on ES, right? Where we had that 30 minute respect, that 4 hour up here, right? We end up inversing this 4 hour. So I'm thinking, shit, it's going to go higher for sure, right? No, we were wrong. I ended up getting stopped out. So I'll break it down on ES as well. Here we are. Okay. So like I said, same thing with NQ, right? We have this 5-minute fair value gap, this 5-minute fair value gap, this 5-minute fair value gap, this 5-minute fair value gap. This second fair value gap, right, which I wanted it to get to, that's where equilibrium was resting on both pairs. We didn't push that low. I wanted to push that low because then that'd be ideal, right? So we didn't. We ended up just tapping into this, forming that 1 minute fair value gap. We tap into that 1 minute fair value gap, make a bullish like out of it. That's where I entered because I was like, okay, so we respected a 30-minute fair value gap from the beginning, a 15-minute fair value gap rallying out of that 30, a 5-minute respect, a 1-minute respect. Everything looked good, right? But nah, man, just got fucking stopped out here. Everything looked perfect. I genuinely don't know how it pushed lower because we already tapped into it twice, right? So we tapped into it here, tapped into it here, and tapped in. Like, it just that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Looking back on it, what I have done differently, I would have waited further to see if it would get to this equilibrium, like actually tap into this fair value gap down here. And if it didn't, I probably shouldn't have traded today. Some people argue that today was a great trading day, and they were the ones taking this trade all the way down here, targeting the highs up there, and they look at that like it's 41 points. Good for you, man. Like you got it. You got it, big bro. You got it. But yeah, it's kind of messy. And you could see that because afterwards we just range for the rest of the time period until like around like 12. But like, who the fuck is on the charts at that time? So yeah, it's kind of a messy day. What could I have done better, right? One, been a little bit more patient, right? I already thought I was being patient because I didn't trade at the beginning down here and down there. I didn't trade from the beginning, so I was already kind of patient from the begin with. But I should have been a little bit more patient because I know that the last two parts of my confluence are that 5-minute retrace and that 1 minute respect. And we didn't get that 5-minute retrace. Not the one that I was looking for, at least. We got this one right here. But when we have stacks of fair value gaps like this, right? This one and this one, trading initially off of just the 1 5-minute fair value gap, it's kind of risky because you have the chance of it reversing, going even lower, stopping you out of this trade, tapping into here, and then smashing your TP. So it's all about being patient and waiting for that 5-minute retrace. I waited for it. It just didn't get to the area that I wanted it to. This right here just wasn't ideal. Same with this. Like, I didn't really consider this an equilibrium retrace. I don't know. Still some distance in between. But I didn't take it. All good. Let me break down exactly how much was risk today so you guys can see. I'm not bullshitting you. This is legit. Today, right? Yeah, this was today. 11.5. One trade, $575 that I risked. Could I have made my stop loss bigger? Yes. Should I have? Probably not. Should I have traded? Probably not. It's all good because we're going to live and we're going to learn, and if we blow this count, we're going to buy another. And if we blow that one, we'll buy another. But hopefully we don't get there, right? Because we do this not just for me, but we do it for you as well. Because like I said, I'm going to keep saying it, that this isn't just for me to talk about my problems and actually see it through and through. It's for you as well to see that there are people that had to do the same shit that you had to do, and you're not alone when you're doing this, right? You're not alone. This is a very individual skill, and you have to practice a lot, but you always have an outlet if you need it. But yes, just made this account too, so if you're seeing this, although the date that I'm posting it is the 6th, I made the account a little bit before that. So go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's all the same exact account. It's going to be DC Traded. So that's uppercase DC and then uppercase T Traded. that's where I'm going to be posting most of my recaps. So if you're seeing this, you're at the right spot. Stay with me, dude. Like, I know I'm not the best. Trust me, I know, but I'm going to get there. I'm very, very confident in that. So when you're seeing this in a couple of months, just know I told you so. All right. I'm going to go to bed now because I got class in 7 hours. So adios, people.